Have you ever wondered what could be damaging to your relationship during intimacy, especially as you grow older? What actions might seem innocent but could actually be making your marriage weaker over time? Stick with us as we uncover the top 10 forbidden actions during intimacy for seniors. You'll be surprised by what you've been doing that might unknowingly affect your health and relationship. Keep watching for a stronger, healthier bond with your partner. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes that affect everything, from energy levels to mobility. While intimacy remains an important part of maintaining connection in a marriage, ignoring these physical limitations can lead to discomfort, frustration, and even injury. The reality of physical changes. A common mistake many seniors make is assuming that the same level of physical activity they engaged in when they were younger is still sustainable in later years. Intimacy often requires physical effort, whether it's changing positions or simply maintaining physical closeness. However, our flexibility, strength, and stamina decrease as we age, which means that attempting to keep up with past routines can lead to muscle strains, joint pain, or worse, injury. Why this matters? If you or your partner are pushing through physical discomfort, it may not only lead to short-term pain but can create long-term issues, such as chronic pain or even heart problems. Intimacy should be about connection, not exerting yourself past your limits. Ignoring physical limitations can also lead to emotional disconnection because frustration and fear of injury can overshadow the intimacy you're trying to cultivate. A better approach: communicate openly. Talk to your partner about any discomforts you're experiencing. It's normal for your body to change, and the key is to adapt together. Modify positions. Instead of relying on the same old habits, explore different positions that are more comfortable for both of you. Using pillows or other support can help alleviate pressure on joints. Pace yourselves, take it slow and don't feel the need to rush. Slow intimacy can be just as fulfilling and will reduce the strain on your body. Get professional advice. If you're experiencing significant discomfort, don't hesitate to consult a healthcare provider who can offer recommendations suited to your needs. As we age, our mental and emotional well-being plays an even more crucial role in our relationships, especially when it comes to intimacy. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make during intimate moments is neglecting the mental and emotional health that supports a strong and lasting connection. The importance of mental health and intimacy. When it comes to intimacy, mental health is just as important as physical health. Emotional stress, anxiety, depression, and even unresolved past trauma can deeply affect how we experience intimacy. Unfortunately, many seniors may assume that intimacy is purely physical and overlook the fact that mental health issues can create distance, making it harder to connect with their partners. Stress and anxiety, often caused by concerns over health, finances, or family, can interfere with desire, comfort, and communication during intimacy. These mental blocks can make it difficult to feel present in the moment, hindering the connection that intimacy is meant to foster. Moreover, depression can dampen libido, decrease energy levels, and make it harder to enjoy the physical closeness that is essential for a healthy relationship. Why this matters? Overlooking mental health can be damaging to your marriage in more ways than one. A lack of emotional connection or the presence of unresolved mental health issues can lead to resentment, frustration, and feelings of isolation, even within a marriage. Intimacy is not just a physical act. It's an opportunity to bond emotionally, share affection, and support one another. If mental health is neglected, that opportunity can slip away, and the relationship may become strained. A better approach: prioritize communication. Open, honest conversations about emotions, fears, and concerns are essential. Share your feelings with your partner and listen to theirs without judgment. It's important to be a team and support each other emotionally. Seek help when needed. If you're experiencing symptoms of anxiety, depression, or other mental health challenges, seeking help from a therapist or counselor can be incredibly beneficial. Therapy can help address emotional barriers and improve your emotional connection with your partner. Create a peaceful environment. Stress from daily life can affect intimacy. Try to create a calm, relaxing atmosphere in your home to set the mood. This can help both partners feel at ease and more open to connecting. Practice mindfulness together. Mindfulness exercises such as deep breathing, meditation, or even slow dancing can help both partners become more attuned to each other's emotional needs and create a space where intimacy is more comfortable and genuine. In any relationship, setting boundaries is essential for maintaining respect, trust, and understanding. Unfortunately, many seniors overlook the importance of boundaries in intimacy. As we grow older, it becomes even more important to ensure that both partners feel comfortable, safe, and respected. Without clear boundaries, misunderstandings and discomforts can arise, making intimacy less enjoyable and potentially damaging the relationship. The role of boundaries in intimacy. Boundaries in intimacy are about mutual respect and clear communication. They define what is acceptable and what is not, and they help both partners feel emotionally safe. As people age, physical and emotional changes may shift what feels comfortable during intimacy. For instance, one partner might not be as physically able to engage in certain activities, or emotional needs may change. If these evolving boundaries are not communicated clearly, it can lead to frustration, resentment, or even hurt feelings. For example, one partner may feel uncomfortable with certain physical touches or positions due to health issues, while the other may not understand why there is resistance. Without establishing these boundaries, one partner might feel rejected, and the other might feel guilty or confused. This miscommunication can gradually erode the closeness in a relationship, making intimacy a source of stress rather than connection. Why this matters? When boundaries aren't respected, intimacy can become a space of tension rather than a bonding experience. If one partner feels pressure to engage in something they're not comfortable with, it can lead to emotional withdrawal, resentment, or a feeling of being misunderstood. Over time, this can create a deep disconnect between partners, potentially leading to emotional strain or even a breakdown in the relationship. Intimacy should always be about shared comfort, joy, and respect, not about forcing one person to compromise their boundaries. A better approach. Open communication. Make it a habit to openly discuss your likes, dislikes, and any discomforts before and during intimate moments. Have a conversation about what feels right for both of you and what doesn't. Always listen to your partner's needs and communicate your own. Respect changes. As the body and mind change, it's important to adapt your boundaries. What worked in the past may not work now, and that's okay. Both partners need to be flexible and understanding of these changes. This mutual respect can help maintain a strong connection. Nonverbal cues. Sometimes words aren't enough, and nonverbal cues play a huge role in understanding each other's boundaries. If something doesn't feel right during intimacy, gently communicate that through body language, or use agreed-upon signals to let your partner know. Revisit boundaries regularly. Your boundaries may shift over time, and it's important to revisit them periodically. As your relationship grows and as you age, your needs may change. Don't hesitate to check in with each other about your comfort levels and adjust accordingly. As we age, health conditions become more prevalent, and many seniors experience chronic health issues like arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and others. However, one of the most dangerous mistakes seniors can make during intimacy is ignoring these health conditions. Physical health impacts intimacy more than many realize, and failing to acknowledge or address medical concerns can have serious consequences for both your body and your relationship. The impact of health conditions on intimacy. Health conditions can significantly affect intimacy in a variety of ways. For example, individuals with cardiovascular issues may experience reduced stamina or difficulty maintaining arousal, while those with diabetes might struggle with nerve damage that affects sensation. Conditions like arthritis can make movement during intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. Despite these realities, many seniors try to push through their health problems without considering the implications for their intimacy. Ignoring these issues can not only cause physical discomfort but may also lead to emotional frustration. For a partner who doesn't understand the limitations their significant other faces, there might be feelings of inadequacy, guilt, or resentment. Additionally, if a senior partner is afraid of bringing up their health concerns due to embarrassment or fear of judgment, it can lead to miscommunication, avoidance, and eventual disengagement from intimacy altogether. Why this matters? Ignoring health conditions not only risks physical injury or further health decline, but it also puts emotional strain on the relationship. The intimacy that once brought partners close can become a source of anxiety or avoidance, damaging the emotional bond. When a partner feels unsupported or is forced to hide their physical limitations, trust and intimacy suffer. The relationship may begin to feel less like a partnership and more like a source of pressure or discomfort. A better approach. Talk about health issues openly. One of the best ways to prevent health issues from becoming a barrier to intimacy is to discuss them openly. If you have a health condition, talk to your partner about how it affects your ability to engage in certain activities. Honesty is key in making sure both partners understand the limitations and find ways to adapt together. Seek professional advice. Before trying to engage in intimacy while dealing with a medical condition, it's a good idea to consult with your healthcare provider. They can offer advice on how to engage in safe intimacy despite health issues, whether that's suggesting certain positions or helping to manage symptoms. Adapt intimacy to your health needs. modify your intimate moments to suit your body's current abilities. For example, if joint pain is an issue, use supportive pillows, slow down the movements, or find positions that alleviate pressure on painful areas. If stamina is a concern, try shorter, more frequent sessions rather than long durations. Take care of your health. Beyond adjusting intimacy, it's essential to prioritize your overall health. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and managing stress can help improve stamina, mobility, and energy levels, which can, in turn, improve your experience with intimacy. While physical intimacy is important in a marriage, emotional intimacy is equally, if not more, crucial for maintaining a strong, lasting bond. As seniors, many couples tend to focus primarily on physical closeness during intimate moments, but they often forget that emotional intimacy forms the foundation of a healthy, vibrant relationship. Ignoring emotional connection can lead to feelings of isolation, misunderstanding, and disconnection. The importance of emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is about sharing your feelings, fears, desires, and dreams with your partner. It's the deep, vulnerable connection that strengthens the trust and bond between you. Without emotional intimacy, physical intimacy may feel mechanical, shallow, or disconnected. It can also lead to feelings of loneliness, even when physically close to one another. Emotional intimacy creates the space for partners to feel loved, valued, and seen for who they truly are. For example, if one partner is feeling anxious or sad but doesn't express it, it may hinder the flow of intimacy. The partner might feel unsupported, and the lack of shared emotional experience can make the relationship feel more distant. The absence of emotional intimacy can lead to an erosion of trust and understanding, which is vital for sustaining both the emotional and physical aspects of intimacy. Why this matters? Without emotional intimacy, physical intimacy becomes disconnected from its true purpose: connection. If partners don't nurture their emotional bond, it can cause emotional distance, creating a cycle where one partner withdraws, leading to more frustration and alienation. Over time, this can impact the overall health of the relationship, making it harder for intimacy to serve its purpose of enhancing closeness and love. Moreover, emotional intimacy can be especially important for seniors who might feel insecure or vulnerable due to aging. Feeling understood, accepted, and supported emotionally allows both partners to feel safe in the relationship, which can ease fears, reduce anxiety, and create a space where physical intimacy is more comfortable and fulfilling. A better approach: share your emotions regularly, take time to check in with each other emotionally. Talk about your day, your feelings, your fears, and your dreams. Share your vulnerabilities and let your partner know how much they mean to you. Engage in meaningful conversations. Intimacy is not only about physical closeness but also about emotional closeness through communication. Discuss both light and deep topics and engage in active listening. These conversations help reinforce emotional bonds and foster trust. Show affection beyond intimacy. Small gestures such as holding hands, cuddling, or simply expressing affection can help maintain emotional intimacy. These gestures reassure your partner that they are loved and appreciated, even without the need for physical intimacy. Be present. It's easy to become distracted by the challenges of aging, health issues, financial concerns, and family responsibilities, but taking the time to be fully present during intimate moments can deepen your connection. Put away distractions and focus entirely on your partner during these moments of intimacy. Communication is the cornerstone of any successful relationship, yet many seniors neglect it when it comes to intimacy. As time passes, it's common for couples to fall into routines, often leading to a lack of open communication about desires, needs, or discomforts during intimate moments. Unfortunately, avoiding these necessary conversations can cause frustration, misunderstandings, and emotional distance, ultimately weakening the relationship. The impact of avoiding communication. When couples avoid discussing intimacy, they often assume that their partner knows what they want or need. However, this assumption can create a disconnect, especially as physical and emotional needs evolve with age. Whether it's about expressing discomfort, discussing desires, or revealing insecurities, not communicating openly can lead to unmet expectations or feelings of rejection. For example, one partner might want to explore different forms of intimacy but is hesitant to bring it up for fear of rejection, while the other may feel that their needs are being ignored. This lack of conversation can cause tension and lead to a situation where both partners feel unfulfilled, but neither is willing to address the issue openly. Why this matters? Avoiding communication about intimacy can lead to a buildup of frustration, resentment, and even a breakdown in trust. The longer these issues are left unspoken, the more difficult they become to address. The emotional connection may weaken, and the physical relationship could also suffer. Without clear communication, couples risk drifting apart, unable to express their feelings and needs, ultimately compromising the quality of their relationship. The fear of discussing intimacy can also reflect deeper issues, such as insecurities, shame, or fears of rejection, that need to be addressed in a compassionate, understanding way. In the absence of communication, these fears can fester, creating emotional distance between partners and affecting their ability to be vulnerable with one another. A better approach: create a safe space for conversations. Set aside time to have honest, open conversations with your partner about intimacy. Make sure both of you feel comfortable and free from judgment when discussing your needs, desires, and any discomforts. This openness fosters mutual understanding and trust. Express your needs clearly. If something feels uncomfortable or if you have a desire that you'd like to explore, say it. Often, partners assume they know what the other person wants, but in reality, clear, direct communication is key. Express your feelings respectfully, but don't shy away from sharing what you truly need or want. Listen actively. It's just as important to listen as it is to speak. When your partner shares their feelings, listen without interrupting or dismissing their concerns. Acknowledge their emotions and make an effort to understand their perspective. This mutual respect helps create a space where both partners feel heard and valued. Address issues early. If something doesn't feel right or there's a miscommunication, don't let it slide. Address small issues before they become bigger problems. By discussing concerns as they arise, you can prevent misunderstandings and build a stronger emotional and physical connection. As we grow older, both our bodies and minds go through significant changes, and these changes often require more patience and understanding in a relationship. Unfortunately, many couples, especially seniors, may struggle with this aspect, which can lead to frustration and emotional disconnect. Intimacy, just like any other part of a relationship, requires time, patience, and an empathetic approach to truly thrive. The lack of patience and understanding can inadvertently damage the connection that intimacy is meant to strengthen. The role of patience in intimacy. Patience is a vital component of intimacy. As we age, certain things, whether they are physical limitations, slower responses, or emotional changes, naturally affect how we connect with our partners. For example, one partner may experience slower arousal, or a partner might need more time to reach an emotional connection before they feel physically ready for intimacy. When both partners are patient with each other's changes and needs, intimacy becomes a space for mutual care, rather than a source of pressure or frustration. However, a lack of patience can lead to misunderstandings. One partner might rush into intimacy, not recognizing that their spouse needs a bit more time or emotional closeness to feel ready. Alternatively, impatience can make one partner feel unwanted or inadequate, potentially damaging their self-esteem. Over time, if patience is not nurtured, intimacy may feel more like a chore than an opportunity to connect. Why this matters? A lack of patience and understanding can cause unnecessary tension and resentment between partners. When one partner is consistently rushing or not fully acknowledging the needs of the other, it can lead to feelings of neglect and emotional isolation. This frustration can affect both the emotional and physical aspects of the relationship. Without patience, the bond of intimacy weakens, and intimacy may become something to avoid rather than cherish. Moreover, aging can bring about changes in libido, desire, and emotional needs, which require a greater level of patience. Seniors who struggle with these changes may feel embarrassed or self-conscious, and a lack of understanding from their partner only amplifies these feelings. If patience and empathy are not present, the emotional distance grows, making it harder to engage in healthy intimacy. A better approach: give each other time. Understand that physical and emotional responses may take longer as you both age. If one partner is not ready, it's essential to allow them the time they need. Patience creates a space where both partners can relax, feel comfortable, and fully engage in the moment. Be empathetic to each other's needs. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. Aging brings about unique challenges, and being empathetic to your partner's experiences and limitations helps build a stronger emotional bond. Instead of becoming frustrated, approach each change with kindness and support. Focus on the journey, not just the outcome. Intimacy doesn't always need to end in physical satisfaction. Sometimes, the process of connecting, whether through holding hands, gentle touch, or quiet conversation, can be just as fulfilling as the physical aspect. When you focus on the emotional journey, the destination becomes less important, and the intimacy itself becomes more meaningful. Practice compassionate communication. When frustrations arise, approach the conversation with compassion. Instead of pointing fingers or becoming impatient, express your feelings calmly and kindly. Talk about how you can better support each other and work together as a team to adapt to the changes. Patience and understanding are key ingredients in maintaining intimacy in a long-term relationship. As you both navigate the challenges of aging together, these qualities can help you build a stronger, more connected bond. In conclusion, the forbidden actions during intimacy for seniors often stem from neglecting the importance of communication, health, boundaries, emotional connection, and patience. By addressing these issues, you can create a relationship that is filled with love, understanding, and fulfillment. Take care of yourselves and each other, and always remember that intimacy is about connection, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Conclusion: strengthening intimacy in your golden years. As we journey through life, our relationships evolve, and so do the dynamics of intimacy. For seniors, maintaining a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship requires more than just physical connection. It demands emotional openness, patience, understanding, and mutual respect. By recognizing and avoiding the forbidden actions that can harm your intimacy, you create a foundation built on trust, care, and love. Remember, the key to intimacy in your later years is to embrace change, communicate openly, respect each other's boundaries, and show compassion. As you navigate these beautiful years together, let patience guide you and emotional connection strengthen you. Intimacy isn't just about the moments you share in the bedroom, but about how you continue to support, listen, and understand each other on every level. Take these insights to heart, and you'll find that your relationship can continue to thrive and grow in new, deeper ways. Here's to love, laughter, and connection in your golden years. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share this video with others who might benefit from these insights. If you found this information helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on keeping your marriage strong and your relationship thriving.